I'm Mr. Richardson, and I'm the Head of History, Politics and Law here at Wheal Grammar School for Girls. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the History A-Level. I'll take you through the content of the course, looking at the different topics and the way that we assess our A-Level. I'll also discuss the skills that you'll develop during your 2 years here at the Sixth Form. You'll also have the opportunity to hear from current Year 13 students about their experiences of studying History A-Level and why they were pleased that they had picked it. If you have any questions, my contact details will be at the end of the video.
So why study A-Level history? The course allows you to develop an understanding of how the past has formed the present. We focus on two nations, Germany and Britain. You will see how these countries have become what they are today. As part of that, you will study the key events and individuals, looking at the political, economic and cultural developments of those two countries. Also, you will develop your analytical and evaluative skills, as well as being able to form a coherent and persuasive argument. These skills are essential to any academic study, particularly if you go on to study at university, but they are also valuable skills for any future career. Our outstanding exam results show another reason to study history. You can see from the most recent exam sat in 2019 that all our students achieved A* to C, and nearly half achieved the top 2 grades. So, if you study history here at Wheal Grammar School for Girls, you will achieve highly. To join us for A-Level, we need to see a grade 6 in GCSE history. Or we'll look at your GCSE grades overall if you didn't study history at GCSE. So, what is the course? It is split into 3 components. The first 2 are the exams and are worth 40% each. Those being Germany from 1871 to 1991 and Britain from 1951 to 2007. The third component, the coursework, is worth 20% and is on Tsarist Russia. So, the Germany topic. This is a 120-year study of how Germany went from a collection of states being united into one country under Bismarck, the impact of World War I during the Kaiserreich, the democratic experiments of the Weimar Republic in the 1920s, the rise of Hitler and the Nazis and their impact on Germany, and finally the impact of the Cold War on West Germany before reuniting into one country. These are some of the key questions you'll be asking, such as, why did democracy fail in 1920s Germany after it had only just been set up? What was the impact of the Nazi regime, looking at what they actually achieved for the German people before World War II? Moving on to Britain, we study how the 50s, 60s and 70s were a time of consensus, when the parties largely agreed, before the upheaval of the 1980s and the new style of government Margaret Thatcher ushered in. And then onto the new consensus that followed with Tony Blair and New Labour. Along the way, we asked these key questions, such as, what was Britain's role in the world? Thinking about why Britain joined the EU, how it interacts with the old empire, and why it got involved in Afghanistan and Iraq in the 21st century. The last 3 questions on women, race and social liberalism are truly fascinating topics, helping you to understand how Britain has become the diverse nation it is today in the 2020s. So, how are they assessed? You will sit 2 2.5-hour exams. Each will consist of a compulsory 30-minute question and a choice of 2 essays for 25 marks each. Now, I know this sounds a lot, but we spend 2 years developing these skills, and you can see from our exam results, we succeed. So you should not be put off by these high marks. We will prepare you, and we will prepare you well. For the coursework, you need to write a roughly 4,000-word essay on a question of your choice about Russian history. Yes, 4,000 words does sound a lot, but we break this down into smaller essays to make it more accessible and manageable, so like the exam marks, you should not be worried, because you will succeed. In approaching A-Level history, independent study is a necessity and not just desirable. To succeed, students need to undertake wider reading and research, but rest assured, we provide the materials, and this includes documentaries and not just reading. We even encourage you to watch The Crown on Netflix for the British topic to give you that wider contextual understanding. As I've already said, the skills you get from A-Level history are desirable, which will set you in good stead for future academic study and future careers. We supplement this with extracurricular activities, which have included in the past trips to Berlin and Auschwitz, attendance at university lectures, and historical competitions. One of our students recently went to Windsor Castle for the national final of a debating competition. Obviously, many of these have been impacted, but we remain committed to delivering a first-rate education and experience during your A-Level studies. Now, you'll hear from current Year 13 history students about their experiences in studying History A-Level.
Well, I really liked the topic choices. I thought the rise of Nazis was really interesting because you get to see how Germany went from like a liberal democracy to a fascist dictatorship in a couple of years.
I picked history for A-level because it's my favourite subject, and I really enjoyed the GCSE course, and I think that there's a quote that says like history doesn't repeat itself but it rhymes, and I think that like quotes like that really help me to understand why history is so important and why we should learn about it.
I chose history because I really enjoyed it at GCSE, and I found the topics that we study at A-level really interesting, and I liked the idea that we studied 2 different time periods in 2 different countries.
History's allowed me to look at different viewpoints and make a overall accurate conclusion on different events.
History's really helped me to develop my critical thinking skills and how to really think for yourself when answering a question rather than just relying on the news or Wikipedia, and my analysis skills have really improved in communication skills as well.
One of the skills I learned in history is how to analyse things. This can be from sources and also in essays and using specific details. One of the things I enjoy in history is the actual lessons. I like the fact that we do discussions as a class, as it's interesting to hear other people's ideas.
I really enjoy history because you get to see history repeat itself and different political and social events reoccurring from the past in the future. And I think you can use this knowledge to try and not make the mistakes of the past.
I like the idea that we learn about Thatcher in Britain because it's learning about our history, and I like the idea of learning about Hitler in Germany, as obviously that was a big event.
The thing I enjoy most about studying history and the thing I've enjoyed most about the course is the open discussions that we have in class. Everyone feels like everyone's contributions are equal and everyone has different opinions. I love hearing what other people think as well as just what's in the textbook. I picked history for A-level because I also want to study at university, so I want to study history and American studies, which is something I'm hugely passionate about. I think that studying the history of Germany, as we do now, has really helped me to prepare for that.
History's helped me with going into primary teaching, as it's given me an understanding of the history curriculum and also made me more confident when speaking in front of people in class.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed history from year 7 till now, so I've decided I want to take it at uni and maybe go into law or different careers.